It is going to be Fnatic versus Invisible Cow, and we're on the Tomb of the Spider Queen.
We most certainly are, and it's actually a map I quite enjoy. I like the early game skirmishes that come with just the map in itself, but I don't like the fact of how prolonged the games can turn out. You have so many early game skirmishes, and then it just stagnates. It's
a really weird map in the fact that it's the second smallest map, if I'm correct, but has the longest games pretty much tied with the Garden of Terror. It's really weird.
It really is. But for those of you that don't know, Tomb of the Spider Queen, the 3 mechanical spiders at the end of each minion wave drop soul gems. Are they soul gems? I feel as if they're soul gems.
They're gems. I think they're soul gems, seeing as it's a soul cage.
Yep. So they drop gems. Once you get 50, you hand them in, and then the web weavers start to spawn. Why don't you introduce the team on the left, good sir?
The team on the left-hand side in the blue trunks, it is going to be Team Fnatic. And playing the Kael'thas, it is going to be Shinobu. Playing the Diablo, it is Lol. Playing the Uther is Ace of Spades. On the Kerrigan is Freds. And in the bot lane, playing the Tyrande, it is Kessel.
And on the right-hand side, you have the side of Invisible Cow. On the Lily, it is Burkant. Then move into the mid lane. Amsar on the Zeratul. Erim on the ETC. Elix on the Sylvanas. And Lipicino on the Jaina. Short names up until the end.
Yep, doing a good job up until the end, like you said. Minions making their way in. Neither team going too far aggressive for the moment. Just playing pretty far back, pretty safe. Fnatic, though, doing their strategy they use pretty much every time on this map of just clearing the mid wave as quickly as possible. And if you could take over for a sec, I need to sort some sound settings.
That is fine. We now see Fnatic roaming up towards the top here. They just got this CC roam squad there, leaving Tyrande in the bot lane to solo by herself, just soak the XP from there. And this is a strategy we see much akin to on Dragonshire, where you have a 4-man roam squad. They push one lane, they shove out, and Shinobu just getting some poke off. In fact, they're going to engage onto Jaina here. Lau going deep. The Owl hits as well for good measure from the bot lane. But Fnatic, they're going to be backing away from this one. Lau getting healed up by his Uther. And again, they're just going to push out this mid lane, with all the Kael'thas wave clear. And then, surprise, surprise, roaming up towards the top, trying to apply some more pressure onto the Lily and Zeratul.
Yep, just swapping from lane to lane, just clearing them as quick as possible, gathering all the gems, making sure they don't miss anything. While in the meantime, Tyrande, who you'd expect to be roaming around with the Diablo, is just chilling in the bot lane versus Sylvanas, the double elf bot lane. Sorry, double druid bot lane.
Sylvanas tried peeking her head up towards mid, didn't really find too much up there. As now actually going to get engaged upon by Fred, but that was a very nice haunting wave.
Yep, very nice haunting wave indeed. And I'd like to point out the stun from Kerrigan was actually placed correctly, but unfortunately you are immune when you're in that haunting wave. It would be great if you could be interrupted. It would be very funny to see, but it is not the case.
It would show a lot of skill from the Kerrigan player. And again, they're just clearing out these waves. It's a much more passive game so far. And I really like the change coming into Diablo. The fact that his mount, he just goes on his fists and starts running along like that.
Yeah, it's great if you just go from mount into shadow charge. It looks so much better now because you're on 4 legs and then you suddenly go into 2 legs for the full tackle. Ooh, I have a visual bug, but we'll ignore that. My click on Kerrigan, see if you get it as well. Look at her in Venom.
Yeah, no, I've entered what we call Caldor mode, Control-Alt-K. Because I have the ESL logo over, so it just looks bad otherwise.
Ah, okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I may do the same because that's distracting.
Trying to get some gems handed in. They do get the grab onto Jaina, but the stun isn't coming in. Zeratul now going in. The protective shield being used onto the Kerrigan. Lau again taking some damage here from the Lily Serpent. And we're not actually seeing the Bug Lily build here, so I feel like this is okay.
Yep, they are avoiding the Bug Lily build, just being very nice about it. And Kerrigan has been called out here. There's no shield. Protective shield was already used. Zeratul coming in for the kill. And down he goes. There is double protective shield inside of Fnatic, but like we said, Uther had already used his, and Tyrande was nowhere near in range to help.
Yeah, the healing ward change means that we're more likely to see protective shields come out more often. The fact they can now be taken down by AoE abilities. There was a bug once on a patch where they'd just get obliterated by AoE abilities, and now as well. They do have scaling health, so it's not just one hit to take them out, but even so, the trade-off isn't exactly great. Protective Shield comes in a lot more often. As again, they try and engage in top, they grab the Lily, get the double stun, and there it is. That is the support going down.
Yep, and I like the idea of the roaming squad they are doing. The Diablo, Kerrigan, Kael'thas, and they added Tyrande into that. They would have just such a roaming squad because, for those who don't know, you can actually get the follow-up stun with Kael'thas due to the fact he does have that gravity lapse, and it actually works pretty effectively.
Yep. It's working quite well here, as now again Zeratul trying to get some coins handed, or some gems handed in, but gets stopped off by Lau, who's actually gone for that Fire Devil, getting some extra damage up close and personal with him. They try and get the grasp onto Jaina, again missing that. And I like the idea of this talent, especially when level 20 comes along and you get that new Diablo talent where he gets the 10% from those around him, steals 10% health, and I believe it slows as well.
It doesn't slow.
Just adds some
just
extra.
The
no?
10%.
Okay, it's just the health.
Yeah, it's not like a 5-man blood for blood.
Blood for blood. Yeah.
It's still pretty nice though. 10% instead of 15 is still a lot of extra health.
Yep, Lau again getting engaged upon here. Zeratul trying to go back in here. Lau getting very low. Arim just needs to power slide past. Not going to be able to do so without going under those towers. Does decide to back away. And the pings are going down onto these soul cages. Kessel gets his handed in. And that is enough to start spawning these web weavers.
Yeah, but ETC might have been able to power slide, but he wouldn't have actually been able to reach there due to the fact he hasn't taken the increased range on level 1. He's instead gone for the block talent, so he's going to be power sliding in a pretty wide area, thanks to double net guitar, but probably not going to be catching absolutely everyone.
Yeah, exactly right. As there it is, the mid web weaver is here, but Fnatic, they're just going to push up here with their web weaver in the top lane. Of course, these are very squishy. If they take a few tower shots, they will melt more or less instantly, but pushing with 4 players means that the enemy team can't really get near there. Jaina's going to try and come in, do some splash damage down. They will get 1 tower here. They actually engage upon to Kerrigan. She's going to use her adaptation to get away. Zeratul gets stunned, grasp into stun, into another stun. And that all came from Kessel. It really was. That chain CC so good.
Yep, and this is... I love this team comp. Every single person has a stun. It's so good, and they still have easily enough damage onto Jaina. There's the follow-up stun from Tyrande. In comes Lowell. He actually flips the Sylvanas. Sylvanas has actually taken her cloak, and she gets out, but the living bomb is enough to kill off Jaina. Lowell's in a bit of trouble, but Ace of Spades and Kessel are healing him up. He's going to be able to get out, but there's the stun onto Ufa. Ufa trying to get out. There's the stun onto ETC, and we're seeing Zeratul chasing onto Freds, but he's able to take down Ufa. Freds gets out, and that is a 1-for-1. Everyone on Fnatic's so low. But pretty much all of them able to get out there except for Ace.
Fnatic have a huge pick comp here, but I feel as if Invisible Cow are able to take a prolonged team fight where they take advantage of the time where Fnatic have used up all of their CC. Their stuns have gone.
I think that may change once 20 hits, though. I think that's going to be a bit of an issue. And once 10 hits, though. And we have, in fact, hit level 10. There's the Apocalypse. There's Starfall going in there. There's the Phoenix. So huge area damage here. Going to be coming in from Fnatic. ETC has been called out. Stun into death. And now Zeratul been out of position. He gets stunned. There's the Flame Strike. And he goes down. Lunar Flare going to be catching Lily. And she goes down as well. The trade coming in from Fnatic here is just too much for Invisible Cow to deal with. Final talents from them. We have the Maelstrom and the Divine Storm from Fnatic. Level 10, getting quite close for Invisible Cow, so they're going to need that to catch up.
Just when you thought they had enough stuns, they bring out Divine Storm and APOC in there as well. There is no escaping this pain train right now.
Boop. Boop. Bye, Jaina. It's so cruel. It's so cruel. If you land one, then they're absolutely doomed, especially if you're running a squishy like Jaina in this situation. I think they might have been better off just running tankier assassins like, I don't know, maybe Tychus or even Raider. Diablo going in, but he's a bit outnumbered. The rest of his team has arrived, though. So now Fnatic taking full control, and they've managed to get their second set of web weavers.
They have indeed. These are going to be yet again spawning and pushing down the lanes. We haven't seen, in fact, any time we see two, we don't really see too much Merc control, but Aaron looking like he wants to go in here, gets VP'd straight away. The Phoenix coming down. Zeratul just zoning him now. Aaron not actually taking too much damage. Double stun coming in into double root.
Oh my
the
god.
ACOG coming down for added measure. Lily using those jugs to keep Elix alive there on the Sylvanas. Is going to get out of there, but again, the double grasp into stun. Easy pickings for Fnatic here.
Yeah, and I don't think that Void Prism did much help or hindrance really to anyone really. It just sort of slowed down that little bit of the fight. Didn't really make too much of a difference, and just let the Phoenix get set up. So unlucky there by Invisible Cow. And now Fnatic just taking full control of the map, pushing down the top lane. Freds does get a Singularity Spike on him, but just adapts to Ace of Spades and is able to just tank all of the damage with the shield he gets from his passive.
Yeah, Fnatic, they're going to be hitting level 13 soon, which means we're going to see some stronger talents come in here for these heroes. ETC trying to engage again, but he gets CC chain. That's the Phoenix down, but something to remember, Phoenix is a very short cooldown, only 40 seconds in total. And the zoning potential that it brings, it's a really nice heroic.
Yep, and I would like to point out, we do have two heroes with gathering power in the game. Kael'thas, currently on all 5 stacks on the side of Fnatic. Zeratul, 0 stacks.
Yep, again, trying to engage here. The Starfall does come out, just slowing everyone down. There it is, 2-man Divine Storm. That's 2 heroes going down. The 3-man Mosh Pit. There's no follow-up, however, as Freds is zoning out Jaina and Zeratul. Amsar trying to get a return kill, but not able to do so. ETC finally goes down there in the back. And a 3-for-0 now in favour of Fnatic. But they did get the Web Weavers come in Invisible Cow, meaning they have at least some pressure on the map.
Yep, and you did mention it there. That Divine Storm was great. And it is a bit weird that he's not running the Divine Shield, but it fits in so well with this comp. Freds is having no trouble staying alive due to the fact that he still does have 2 healers, has 2 sets of shield for him in the form of Protective Shield anyway, even without Divine, and there's so much CC going down, he's rarely in danger at all, and can add up to safety if he needs to. So running the Divine Storm in this sense is working out dividends for Fnatic.
Yeah, it really is just adding to that chain CC, especially in the small areas that you have here on Tomb of the Spider Queen. We saw it there just at the hand in this area here. The Divine Storm was perfect. It literally just filled up the whole space. And then it just allowed for a lot more CC to come down. We have the 5-man push in the top lane coming out from Invisible Cow, trying to get some more XP on the board. It's only a 2-level gap right now. It's not the greatest of deficit, as Amsar having to blink away from that. Lau trying to get in here. They are very much trapped. The Haunting Wave is going to come through. Just goes to the other side of the barrier.
Oh my god, he hit it!
Stunned up. That's 3 stuns down. Make that 4 with the charge. The flip comes in as well. Zeratul trying to get a VP off the... That is a very nice VP and actually allows Lily to get out of this one.
The Water Elemental's blocking it. They're going back in. Fnatic just not done with this. ETC gets a nice stun off, but he is just going to get locked down. Living Bomb will not be enough to finish him off, but the Flame Strike will, and the Ravage coming in from Kerrigan. And once again, Fnatic cleaning this up. Zeratul, only person to survive there, and Fnatic just going to continue to push this in.
They're going to back away. They currently have enough to hand in, so they're going to be prioritising that. 75 in total. They only need 60. Exactly what they are going to do. This will be their 3rd Web Weavers now, I believe, coming down into these lanes. I'd really like to see them maybe go for an aggressive play, grab this mid fort, and then take an invade onto the enemy's hard camp. In fact,
there's
someone's
a ping
pinging
from
it
from someone. We're not sure who it is. I wish those pings were coloured. That would be really lovely from an observer standpoint. Lol, going to be taking both Blizzard hits to the face, but not caring. Goes in with the Shadow Charge. Gets his overpower off, but he's pretty caught out here. Takes a lot of damage. Wailing Arrow comes in. Phoenix is down from Kael'thas to try and zone, and that does in fact zone out the members of Invisible Cow and allows Lal to back up and just get the healing from his team.
That was something I really liked there. The Phoenix on top of the Starfall.
Yeah, it's a lot of damage. Oh, ETC! Yep. Not in Lily. Her heal's not enough in this sense. Maybe she should have gone for the OP build for that. We're okay with it. And down goes Sylvanas to the Flame Strike. And we can see Kael'thas is in fact running the Flamethrower talent, which increases the range, which is why he was able to hit it from so far. Lily has been caught, but she's able to back out. There's the Lunar Flare, though. Tyrande going very deep here, trying to catch that Lily, but unable to pick her up in the end. Zeratul still hanging around. looking for maybe a quick pickup. Might be able to get Kael'thas if he was to jump on him. But Kael'thas is just going to heal back up to full. Jaina goes down to the Flame Strike again. Lily's been living bombed. They're waiting for the engage. Nice stun by ETC, but he immediately gets Gravity Lapse. There's the Phoenix, and completely wiped. He goes in for his own stun, then immediately gets stun locked and taken out. And maybe Mosh Pit wasn't the best idea here. Oh my god. It's so
I don't really know what we can say anymore. But no, I just don't think ETC was the great pick here. You don't get much value out of Stage Dive as it is, and Mosh Pit against this team.
Yeah, I think Muradin may have made a bit more sense. He's a bit tankier, would have been possibly able to survive some of the CC here. He could have brought his own... Tyrael? No, too squishy. You need someone to tank this if you're running a Lili. You've got to have someone who can survive, because you're seeing how quickly ETC with Spell Shield is getting bursted here. I think Muradin would have been okay, because he could have tanked it with Avatar, and maybe just held up for a bit longer. That he had a bit of CC for himself when he actually got into the fight. And
I think the only way the Invisible Cow could come back into this is Turtle until level 16, and then Herbal Cleanse from Lily could potentially keep a few members alive and get them out of that CC, but even then it's a very, very long shot.
Yeah, I don't see too much hope for them. Fnatic currently stealing the Bruiser camp of Invisible Cow. Invisible Cow, though, getting very close, and oh my god, jumping straight over the wall onto that Lily. There's the Starfall. Lily is able to pop her heroic and dropping quite a bit of healing, and actually saves herself and her team. Fnatic unable to get the kill there. But like you said, the Phoenix on top of the Starfall is just basically... If you fight in this area, we're going to kill you. There is nothing you can do about this. You either have to disengage or die. In comes Zeratul for the Void Prism. Are we going to see the Mosh Pit from ETC? He's rolling in. There's the Wailing Arrow. And Mosh straight on top of an Apocalypse gets immediately cancelled. But they've already taken down Kael'thas. Zeratul has met the same fate. Down goes Sylvanas. Kerrigan is jumping straight onto everyone here. Lily is going to be the next one. Jaina doing quite a bit of damage, but is not going to get caught by the Lunar Flare, actually. Is going to be able to keep herself alive for the time being. There's the... Oh, nice peel by ETC with the face melt. Once again, keeping Jaina alive and keeping my caster curse alive. Jaina able to survive. And there's a from Zeratul. Not sure what we do here. Oh dear, close game.
Yeah. At least they're being light-hearted about this. I mean, coming into a tournament and playing Fnatic first round, it's like really tough, but you've just got to go with it, have fun, and play better next week. And I mean, this game's not over yet, but the fans of Invisible Cow have been great in chat.
Yeah, loving the Invisible Cow fans. They have been amazing. Zeratul just coming in for the interrupt there, takes an immediate L to the face. And so what we need to see now is Fnatic go to the throw pit, and then Invisible Cow get like the best mosh pit off on all 5 before any stuns come down.
Like Wailing Arrow, mosh pit, VP, just everything going in.
Yeah. VP into Wailing Arrow into mosh pit. So they have no stuns for it. But there goes part of what they need for that. And unfortunately, ETC is not going to meet the same fate. The Divine Storm completely misses, but Living Bomb will be enough to finish off ETC. And Zeratul is just hanging around this area. No one saw that. Yes, we did, Ace. Yes, we did. Zeratul's still hanging around. He's going on to Ace, but immediately gonna... Oh, he wormhole back in! He wanted some more, and that was a huge mistake! Flame Strike is taking him out. Not the best idea to wormhole back to the person you just attacked while still not cloaked.
Zeratul won in the 1v1 there with Ace. Didn't go too well.
Yeah, the stun train is too good by Fnatic. They're not even going for the boss here. They're still just pushing lanes in. They could have probably won by now if they just pushed in, but just waiting for more.
One thing I have to question is, usually in these Go4s, when we follow a team, we see that team pick out one comp and then play it up into, or play it to their, like, the best the draft allows them. Throughout the tournament.
I think Ace is hanging around this area. I think he's asking for a 1v1, only auto attacks from Zeratul. But down goes Jaina, gets immediately taken out. Void Prism was used on 2 members of Fnatic. There's the mosh pit, catching Kayle. They're trying to burst him down. Shields come out from Kessel, and Shinobu is able to survive. Flame Strike onto the ETC. He goes down, and there is the Maelstrom being used by Kerrigan, but Sylvanas is in the base. Zeratul has blinked over the base, and Flame Strike takes down Lily just before she reaches the base, and Fnatic finally going to be able to take down this core, and that is GG. Fnatic win round number 1.
They do, and they advance into today's round of 32 after taking down the Turkish team of Invisible Cows. And that composition was quite deadly, to say the least.
It was cruel, and I love it. It was so much fun. I am very much a fan of that.
One thing I now have to question is that I tried getting into was that usually we see the team that we follow pick one comp and try and run it to the best the draft allows.
Yeah.
Will they be allowed to get this as we progress through the tournament? Will they be able to get Kalthus? Probably not. Tyrande, Kerrigan, Uther, Diablo? Potentially.
Yeah, they can probably get most of it. I'm just trying to think who they've taken to the Kael'thas. What other assassin has hard CC as a basic ability?